Everyone is searching for happiness. Finding happiness for you and the one you love could be twice as hard. So we turn now to the woman who wrote the book on happiness, 75 Secrets for Finding More Joy Together, written by author Alexandra Stoddard. And she joins us this morning with some tips. Good morning, Alexandra.
Hi, it's just great to be here, Annie.
Thank you for coming in.
Happy Valentine's season.
Thank you. Happy Valentine's season. Now it's a whole season. It's not just a day.
That's right. Well, Peter and I try to celebrate it every day.
Oh, that's very nice. So this is your husband, Peter.
Peter
Good
Brown,
morning.
yes.
Yes, nice to see you.
Nice to see you. And Benny, our production assistant, is just getting us set up here. You need to put the microphone on. All right, we're going to go ahead and put it on. So you've written a book called 75...
Happiness for Two.
Happiness for Two.
75 Secrets to Finding More
Okay,
Joy.
so what is the number one thing that makes couples happy? Is there number one?
Love and live happy. But the thing that is most important for all of us to remember is that you should treat each time you're together as though it's your last, because you never know.
Okay.
Life is very fleeting.
That's a little depressing.
No, it's not depressing. It's we're in a post-September 11th era, and we just have to know that every single moment we're together is a sacred blessing, and we have to just really be mindful that this is not. We can't take each other for granted. It's not automatic.
Yeah. Well, now, if you're busy, though, you have a career, you have kids, things are going on. I mean, you see you're like two ships passing in the night, really, your significant other. It can be hard to make an effort to put all that focus on your relationship.
But love is our vital energy. It's our life force. I call it spirit energy.
Okay.
And the more you love, the more you are present for each other, the more attention you pay, and the more you spread that positive energy. I think it's...
So you feel it gives you energy, even if you're tired, it will help energize you to pay a little attention to...
Fatigue is really an emotional thing. People aren't as tired as they think they are.
Okay.
I was tired for years when I was raising my children and had a career and everything.
Yeah.
I really feel that if you want to be happy, you have to be more loving. And you have to love you, and it starts with yourself. You have to love yourself. Okay. And what Peter and I try to do, we've been married, well, we've known each other since 1954, but what we try to do, I'm doing all the talking.
Good.
What we try to do is be as sentimental as possible. We make dates. We're playful. We're romantics. I sent Peter flowers yesterday. Just
that's very nice. So, Peter, do you feel a lot of pressure, given that she's, this love guru, that, Valentine's Day, you must have to come up with something really good.
Well, you can try and do that. But love is the signal for all that goes well.
Yeah.
No, it's not about... I'm happy that people do give physical, tangible objects as presents on Valentine's Day. But Peter and I are at the stage now where we give each other our presents. And
presents as a present.
Right. And we always have fresh flowers in the house because that's our joy, to have beauty around us in nature.
That's nice.
But we also do write love letters to each other on Valentine's Day. We tend to do that other times too, but we do write little notes to each other to reinforce how we feel and why we're together.
And really quick, a couple of your tips are: it's okay to disagree. Mm-hmm. So you can agree to disagree.
We can agree to disagree.
Okay, so that doesn't have to be a big deal.
No, I mean, I'm an independent thinker. I'm totally my own person.
And do you also say write each other's New Year's resolutions? Mm-hmm. Really?
Yeah.
I feel like that's trying to change someone, though.
Well, you can only change yourself. You can't change somebody else.
So if you write their resolution...
I think it's a nice way to remind somebody who they are. I love Peter just as he is, but I want to remind him that he is writing his memoirs, which means he has to write them. I'm not going to write them for him. So I say,
So it's a little nudge
it's a little loving, it's a love pat, on that fanny. His tummy's in, just a little bit of oomph.
Okay.
But no, we accept each other just as we are. We're basically two bodies and one soul. We're best friends.
Yeah.
And we are soulmates. And we one of my very, very important things that I think about happiness for two is, my mantra is love and live happy. Okay. But also, me and you. It's one of my favorite essays out of my 75 essays. Mm-hmm. Me and you. Me and you. Against the world. In other words, no one else knows what our life is like and what is important. Mm-hmm. And keep it to yourself. If you have a bad diagnosis about something, you don't have to run and tell everybody. I remember once Peter had knee surgery, and 8 years later we went to Portland, Oregon, and somebody said, how did you get over your heart attack? I said, what heart attack? He had knee surgery 10 years ago. I mean, people just blow things up and don't understand.
Right.
But then tell everybody everything.
Okay. Well, thank you so much, Alexandra. I really appreciate it. They're very good tips and very timely for Valentine's Day. And you're going to be at the Mystic Hilton at noon?
Yes. It's
$15 a person?
On Monday, Valentine's Day.
On Valentine's Day.
Yeah. It's going to be fun.
Great. So you can get some tips in person.
I'm going to be talking about happiness for two.
Great. Sounds good. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. As always, you can go to our website, WTNH.com, and click on the Good Morning Connecticut weekend section.